bring in David Corlew, longtime manager for Charlie Daniels. Mr. Corlew, good morning to you. Thanks for doing this today. I really appreciate it.
Good morning, Joe. Thank you. I don't know about that best for last, but yeah, good morning. Thank you. It's good to see you. It's been a while.
Yes, sir. It is good to see you too, as well. And I love, obviously with Charlie Daniels, and I met him a few times, and so gracious. You spent so many years with Charlie, going around the world, and I love the fact, sir, that you're keeping his memory alive. Why is it important to keep his memory alive, and also keep the mission of supporting veterans alive as well?
Yeah, it's I spent 47 years with Charlie. I went to work for him 1973, and so. And then on July the 7th or July 6th, it actually all ended as far as life on Earth. But Charlie, we all know what a patriot Charlie is and how much he loved the military. And so the Journey Home Project was something that kind of morphed out of us doing benefit work for years and years for other foundations and obviously entertaining troops. And from that, obviously, there were organizations that we helped and supported and showed up for. And we just decided there were a few hiccups, I don't know, 7 or 8 years ago with some of the big foundations. And we thought that if we were going to raise money in Charlie's name, that we would, if we had to be good stewards of that money, make sure it was spent in the right places. And if we raised the money, then we wanted it to go to the causes that we believed in that needed the most support.
When Charlie was still with us, was this a conversation that you and him had about, look, when the day is going to come and I'm not going to be here, but let's keep this going, let's keep this working and keep supporting the veterans? Was that something you guys talked about?
We actually did, we had these conversations, and him collectively and I had talked about creating, and it was the purpose not only to honor someone special, but a way to keep it moving, and that was with the award. And so a couple of years ago, we decided that we would create. I'm going to take credit for it, because Charlie would have never said, "Let's do an award with my name on it." Right. I went to him and I said, let's create a Patriot Award, a Journey Home Patriot Award. And my feelings were if you're in the vet business, if you're the thought process that I hope a lot of Americans have, supporting the military and supporting first responders, who wouldn't want a Patriot Award from Charlie Daniels? Right. That's the deal. So, we ended up creating the Charlie Daniels Patriot Award, and we felt like that even if Journey Home Project couldn't maintain its operation, if something happened to him, if something happened to me, we're a small team. We call ourselves a short crew. We realized that if we had an award, then even if Journey Home went away, the Charlie Daniels Patriot Award would remain. And another foundation could pick it up, or another organization could carry on the mission. So that was the reason for the award. And I'm hoping and praying, and I believe that it will continue.
I love it. David, are there moments where something good happens or is going on where you just so want to pick that phone up and call him, or just drive down the road and see him?
Every day. Yeah. Every day. We talked. Not every morning, but I would say 5 out of 7 days a week we talked. I'm an early riser. He was an early riser, and we were able to get our business done. Charlie was a big picture guy, and we'd worked together so long. There were, when there was something to talk about, we were able to jump in, discuss it, figure out what we wanted to do, and move on. But yeah, I miss him every day. He was such a leaning post for all of us and everybody that knew him, that spent time with him. He always had a kind word to say. He always was that person you wanted to talk to if you were struggling. And we had a big organization with a lot of employees, and we spent a lot of years together. So he was kind of all things to all people that were close to him. And I think that was the cool thing about Charlie, and especially with the veterans. If you met Charlie, he always had a story. I mean, he had a lot of years of living behind him, and so he always had a story for you or something, an arm around your shoulder. That's what Charlie was. He was an arm around your shoulder to make things better on tough days.
I just got to think how just greatly blessed your life was to spend so much time with Charlie. You said 47 years. I mean, that's an amazing time to spend with an amazing man.
Yeah, it's such a blessing, and I've said this quite a few times since he's passed, that out of all the gifts, and I'm not talking about monetary gifts, but all the accolades and the fun of spending that many years with someone like Charlie Daniels, the greatest gift he gave me was the foundation, because I found I never really knew what I would do if anything happened to Charlie. I didn't know, would I stay in the entertainment business? What would happen? And with the Journey Home Foundation, I think I'm home, and I think I'm going to spend the rest of my life supporting and trying to make a difference in some of these veterans' lives on their return and their rehabilitation and their reintegration back into society, back into life.
I think it's great, David. Anytime you need to come on and promote something or tell us something about what's happening at the foundation, please just hit us up and we'll have you on immediately to spread the good word. I know it's early. Thank you for your time and for keeping the memory of that great man alive. Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you, brother. Take care. Keep doing the good work, and miss seeing you. Look forward to seeing you again soon.
Thank you. David Corlew, longtime manager for Charlie Daniels. And what an amazing man. And David spent that time with him and keeping his memory alive. That's simply fantastic. So thank you, David, for joining us.